Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Christiana Dole.
And I'm Sarah Lape, and you're watching WCAT Weekly News.
Well, from the Mud Hill on Kent Field to the water fountains in Askew, there are a couple questions that we'd like to answer. WCAT's Holly Jackson has the answer to this week's campus question.
Okay. Due to the return of the mysterious water in Askew, I caught up with a couple Wildcats to get their take on the situation.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, so what you do is you go and you get a cup full of ice, and you do 10% unsweetened, 10% sweetened, and then you pour milk on it. Okay, and that's a delicious drink in the lunchroom. I want this to spread. Also, that's exactly what the water looks like, is the white milk. So enjoy.
We conducted an experiment to test for what was in the water. So we used a bunch of chemicals to identify the minerals in the water, and we found a bunch of calcium deposits and random minerals.
I think it's kind of nasty. I think that we should start filtering our water and maybe even use rainwater because it's organic.
Thanks for the input, guys. Now drink the Askew water at your own risk. I'm Holly Jackson. Now back to you in the studio.
For this year's spring play, Anonymous, the Stage Cats are bringing a new perspective to a storied epic.
Everyone should come see the play this semester. It's called Anonymous. It's about a refugee who's trying to find her way back to her family. My role in Anonymous is Naja. She's a goddess who kind of leads the main character throughout her journey to find her parents. The showings are today at 7 and tomorrow at 7.
So this is the Jan Term show. We've been working on it since the beginning of Jan Term. I think this show is really exciting because it's different than all the shows that we've done before. It's very interpretive and just a different subject matter than all the other shows we do. So you should definitely come see it, get a different perspective on theater, and have a good time.
Sounds like it's going to be a great show. Make sure to watch the play tonight and tomorrow at 7 p.m. on the Kellett stage.
Well, even though it seems like the rain is endless, there's no better time to plan for summer. WCAT's Larson Normark has more on a unique opportunity.
Philanthropy 101 is a summer school course that focuses on nonprofits in the Atlanta area. I caught up with a couple students who participated in it last year, as well as students who are interested in it.
I'm in the midst of signing up for Philanthropy 101 because I've heard that it's a really great experience, and I really want to learn more about philanthropy in Atlanta.
So pretty much what we did every day is we visited organizations or foundations that targeted the 7 UN sustainability pillars and just learned more about them.
Philanthropy 101 was a really great experience because it was cool to see how different nonprofits and foundations affected the Atlanta area, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone thinking of applying.
Thanks, guys. Sounds like a great course. Sign-ups just came out, so if interested, be sure to check the student announcements. I'm Larson Normark with WCAT. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Larson. Be sure to check student announcements for the link to apply by February 28th.
WCAT's Jack Hunter has this weekend's sports update.
The varsity squash team is ready to squash the competition at Trinity College in Connecticut as we speak. The team is there and is competing this weekend for the U.S. High School Squash National Championships. Stay tuned to WCAT and Westminster social media for updates throughout the weekend. From the courts to the mat, some Westminster wrestlers brought home some hardware from the state championships last weekend at the Macon Centerplex. Despite tearing his quad in his first match, Matthew Chalk grinded to a third-place finish, and Lowell Jones found his way onto the podium with the sixth-place finish. It was a great season for the wrestling team filled with many takedowns, pins, and wins. From our current Cats to our alumni Cats, class of 2019 pitcher Luke Janetta pitched 3 1/3 perfect innings for the Tulane Green Wave in their win versus Louisiana Lafayette on Wednesday night. Katie McGann, class of 2016, is off to a 2-0 start as the goalie for Cornell women's lacrosse. She had 11 stops in Cornell's 13-11 win over Villanova in their season opener and was honor roll mention player of the week in the Ivy League. Stay dry, Wildcats. The nonstop rain has impeded many spring sports from getting into the swing of things, but that hasn't stopped our sports teams from taking advantage of the little playing time they can get in. Varsity boys lacrosse returned to action on a wet and cold Wednesday night, but they did not let the poor conditions affect them as they came out on top over Mount Pisgah 17-6. The defending state champs will return to the field, or at this rate, a body of water, next Thursday to play at Kings Ridge. If you want to experience the conditions for yourself, tonight is a perfect opportunity. Head up Northside Drive to support the varsity girls lacrosse team as they battle with the North Atlanta Warriors at 7 p.m. It'll be a cold one, so bring layers and cheer the Cats on to victory in this Buckhead rivalry. Both varsity tennis teams defeated Mill Creek in close matches on Wednesday. The teams, however, were unable to evade the rain yesterday as their matches versus North Atlanta were canceled. The baseball team is 2-0 and looking to a weekend doubleheader at home versus North Atlanta. If the rain holds off, come out to Harry Lloyd Stadium starting at 12 for a twin bill with the visiting Warriors. That's all for this week. I'm Jack Hunter with WCAT. Now back to you.
Thanks, Jack. That's all for this week. I'm Sarah Lape.
And I'm Christiana Dole. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on WCAT Weekly News.